Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Just Chatting. Yeah, so because I started last Saturday stream with the whole thing about makeup, I figured I'd continue the tale. As you can see, still not wearing a lot of makeup. I actually, shame on me, I did put some concealer on, but it was like a little bit. Most of my face, no makeup, and welcome. Ooh, sing to me. Hold on. Big Fudgy. that was terrible. Sorry about that. Welcome, Big Fudgy. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Let me pull up my notes because I made a lot of notes, guys. I like I said, I did my research. But that's what I did, and of course last Saturday I talked about how I stopped using makeup on stream because it came out last week that about 50% of makeup in the US and Canada contains hazardous chemicals. These chemicals are called PFAS, not PFAS as I said, PFAS, and they're called forever chemicals, and these things are, as it turns out, they're not just in makeup. So I was glad one of my favorite beauty gurus, people in the beauty community, as I say in YouTube, Jen Loves. She's always done a lot of like in-depth technical stuff about makeup, about skincare, about the ingredients. So I was really relieved when she did a video, but like she didn't do a whole video about it, but she did do an item in her regular videos about the PFAS, what is it? PFAS, I don't know, about the things, about the forever chemicals in makeup she did on her YouTube, and that gave me some perspective. I'm not sure if it was a positive one, because as it turns out, PFAS, not PFAS, as it turns out, like this stuff is everywhere, which sucks. And luckily, because I'm in Europe, it affects me less because there's just a lot more regulation here. Tap water is probably better than bottled water in the Netherlands. Like, you can drink tap water, no problem. It's not polluted. It's possibly even cleaner than bottled water because that's been like in the store in plastic stuff. So that's lucky. So one of Jen's arguments is that a lot of the contamination could be argued that it comes from just the environment, because whilst a part of it is like trade secrets, like they will not list the ingredient, a large part of it is what they called contaminants, as she put it. Like, the stuff they make has been contaminated through the production process somehow with these chemicals, and that's because pollution, and because it's like in our, what do you call it, like in a water chain, water system. It's in drinking water, it's in the ground, it's in food. It's terrible. I don't want to think about it too much. Like, that shit is scary. But like for me, that is partially relief because I live in Europe and it's not as bad here. Like, at least not here in the Netherlands. It might be different in other parts of Europe. I don't know about that. But here, tap water is safe to drink. Like most of there's not as much, I would say, environmental contamination, but I could be completely wrong about that too, but I don't think so. Like, I think there is a lot more regulation in Europe about what products kind of enter the food chain, and like just the basis that drinking water is a lot cleaner here, and I feel like that's a good one. I remember when I was in the US, I gotta clean my glasses. When I was in the US, tap water, like, I drank it, but it was like drinking from a pool, which you don't want to do. It tasted like chlorine, which I guess they need to get all the bacteria out, but it made my throat hurt. It was not good. So that's part of it, but it doesn't mean like all makeup is automatically okay and we can just put it all on our faces again, because that's not the way to go either. So what other part is that I didn't read? There were a lot of other videos that I forget the names of those people, but I will link them in the Twitter thread from my Go Live notification today. Another part I read was like I went into the websites of the EU, of their like kind of the EU, what we have in the Europe as the FDA. Got the name. The Dutch Health Ministry site actually had a whole page, a whole series of articles about PFAS, which is at least a little comforting. Like, they've said that the maximum amount of that stuff you can have, I think on a daily basis, is like 4.4 nanograms, which isn't a lot, but like they have rules and regulations for it. And so I feel like if you're me and you live in Europe and you buy makeup in Europe, if I check like the label, like for instance, Maybelline is a makeup brand that I use a lot because it's affordable and it's decent quality. And most of the Maybelline stuff I buy is made in France, in Paris, or like in the production factories that they have there. So I can be pretty confident that that is gonna be safe-ish. Hey Nick Raman, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We are just talking about makeup and PFAS and chemicals and a study that came out last week, and I had a bit of a panic moment on Saturday. So I'm just talking about my findings. So the thing is, I found a couple of awesome websites. One is called cosdna.com, COSDNA.com, and EWG.org. These are two sites where you could just look up your products. Like if any makeup product that you own, you can look it up. You can see the list of ingredients and you can see how well they score. So if there's like a lot of ingredients that are like orange, reddish, you can be like, oh, this is not good, you know? Definitely look at products that are waterproof, that are long lasting, products that just like setting spray, like powders, things that are supposed to last a long time in your skin, are supposed to like fend off water, dirt, grease. You know, these are products that us makeup lovers really love because you just want to slap it all on in the morning and then last for 12 hours, look awesome all day. Turns out all that stuff is really bad for you. Who would have thought? Right. So yeah, what else? So go to those websites if you're worried. Look at the products you use. I already checked like a bunch of my stuff, and so far I'm okay. Although it is a good idea to just dial it down with the makeup. Like only do like the whole full face thing if I'm like really going out to a party, which nobody's going to a party because we're in a pandemic. We're all inside. So I can probably tone it down a lot anyway. So what else is there? Yeah, PFAS already exists in the environment a lot, which is unfortunate. And what the other like unfortunate thing is that in the US and Canada, most cosmetics are very badly regulated or not at all. This is why I think the US Senate or the House has proposed and is trying to pass this bill that bans PFAS in cosmetics. So that's a good thing. So if you're in the US, be sure to like keep an eye on the news about that so you know what's going on. EWG site also has they have what do you call it, like a label that they can put on brands. So if you are looking at makeup brands, you can check if they're EWG approved or certified, and that will also give you the confidence that they're not working with these extremely toxic chemicals. What else do I have? The EU does have legislation in place, but they've only really started looking at it last year, like in 2020, so they're still working on making it stricter. Some countries like Germany is already like ahead. They were like, we're not waiting for the EU, we're just going back, we're forming our own regulations. So if you're in Germany, you're extremely lucky because the regulations are already really strict there, and cosmetics you can buy there are probably safer, or a lot safer than the rest of the world. Another thing I have to correct is that on Saturday I said that they tested 230 makeup brands. They tested 231 products, not brands. And I don't know if they picked one product from every brand or if they put like 3 mascaras, 3 foundations, whatever. It's still a lot of products, but as a makeup fan, I can tell you 230 is not a lot. I probably have that much just sitting on my desk. Like, it's not a lot of products. So it's also kind of a statistics thing. Of course, they did like a really extensive study. They took products from not just one store, but like different locations. It was across like different teams, different universities. It was peer reviewed. It's a good study, and it's important to point that out, because just because something is on like a study published PubMed or another like academic website doesn't mean it's a good study. I've seen this a lot the past year, that people were like, yeah, you know, COVID masks are bad, here's studies. And then someone else is like, yeah, no, they're great, here's studies. I'm like, yeah, you've got studies on both sides, but you have to look at the contents, peer review, and everything that's behind it. And I'm not an academic, so I'm not also a great person. I'm not in the greatest position to judge these things, and that's why we rely on like bigger media, good journalism to filter out that kind of stuff. So because this study has been published in most major news outlets across the board, so both on like right wing, left wing, then The Guardian, I actually found the article in Breitbart as well. So it's the one time I go to that site, so let me, you know, in case you're wondering what I stand for. So what can you do? Like, that's a conclusion, right? Like, okay, well, we have all this information about makeup, what can we do? So like I said, limit your use of waterproof, long-lasting 24-hour makeup. If you have like a favorite product that has that label, you can go contact the company. Like I actually did. I sent a message to Maybelline on Facebook, and I was like, hey, I got these products from you that I love and I want to continue using them, but I'm worried about this study. And of course, you know, you can bet that their marketing team is just gonna be like, oh, it's fine, our products are wonderful, perfect, yada yada yada. But you know, their marketing team can say that, but at the same time, they're actually not allowed to make these kind of claims about their products if the claims are wrong. So it does have some merit to ask them about this. Also because maybe it makes them more aware, though I don't think some customer service person on their Facebook page is gonna have a lot of influence, but still, I feel like it's important to make that kind of point and communicate back to these brands. I do think it's sad that I didn't see like a lot of the beauty community, beauty gurus on YouTube. Like there's smaller people who are talking about it, but the big people who have like millions of followers, of course, they're all quiet about it because makeup is their main source of income. So that's a bit unfortunate, which is, once again, I'm very happy that Jen Loves actually did talk about it. What else can you do? Like I said, check CosDNA, check EWG, and look at brands that are more transparent about their supply chain. Now, I'm not going to name any names, but I'm going to link an article that I found that lists like better brands, worse brands. I'll put that in the tweet as well, Twitter chain following the live notification of the stream. So you can go check that out and make your own choices. And like I said, you can check for brands that are EWG certified. What else can you do? Go through your stash and filter out any dirty products. You can just look at, okay, what are the products that I'm using every day? My PS4 just went, I guess I'm going into rest mode because you're talking too much. Yes, I'm still talking. I'm talking. I know, but I'll get back to you, Mass Effect. Don't worry. I'll be right there. So what else can you do? Go through your stash. Go through your most used products. You don't have to start throwing everything out. What you can do is just box it up. Hey, welcome back, Quick Body. Welcome back. We're still talking about makeup. So what you can do is just put stuff in a box, save it for later. You know, just wait it out. If these are things you love, of course, you shouldn't keep makeup that is past its date. So be sure you can either throw it out right away if you want to, or find a way to recycle it, which is possible for some brands. But you know, just make sure that you check what you're putting on your face, and I think that's the most important. Like I said, I'm wearing a teeny tiny bit of concealer, and that's only because I checked the ingredients, I checked where it's coming from. It came from France. I'm like, all right, I think I can be safe with that. But once again, I'm not doing the whole face. I like eye look, eye thing going on. Because sometimes favorite makeup palettes come from the US, and one of the brands is listed as a problem. So I'm like, it's really good makeup, but don't think I'm putting it near my eyes. Whoops. Alright, what else do we have? If you live in like a more strictly regulated area like Germany, or an area where you know that there's a lot less danger of pollution, then you're probably safer. But once again, just check your ingredients and check your products. And I think that's about it. Just stay up to date about the issue. Maybe I'll talk about it more, and maybe this will be the last time I talk about it, because this is a whole new thing for me. Like, makeup is such a hobby, and so is nail polish, and I got new nail polish. And yeah, I didn't expect to be so passionate about this, but I was like, I do want to inform people, and it's disturbing to me that there's not a lot of noise being made about it, but I guess there is, but I'm just not looking in the right places, because it did end up with some people. So that's how it is. And I did actually get a compliment today from a colleague about my skin. I was like, oh my god, it's so nice. You know, I honestly mean that. I was like, oh, okay. It's really nice when people give you compliments and they hit you right where you like need it. But I think that's all I gotta say about the whole skincare thing. I hope you all are got some information about all that.